Hi YouTube, this is RobinNuts1 here, and today I'm going to talk about Arrow Season 1. I was supposed to talk about this last week, but never got around to it. So I'm going to talk to you about it now. Arrow Season 1 is amazing. Obviously Green Arrow has appeared in Smallville. His first appearance was in Season 6, and, he gradually got better as the seasons of Smallville progressed. But Green Arrow, at least in the Smallville universe, was the Batman of the series, because Batman wasn't allowed on TV. Because of the Nolan universe. And as much as I enjoyed Justin Hartley's portrayal of Green Arrow, Stephen Amell nails the character. Stephen Amell gave us a representation of Oliver Queen very well. And he's so good in this role, it's unreal. Stephen Amell plays quite close to the representation that the comics give about Green Arrow, although with a slight darker twist. The series itself is quite a close representation to Green Arrow, and it's very realistic in tone. There are no superpowered people, we don't see any meteor rock or any superpowered people. We have no meta-human references to the series. So, as far as the story goes, the story follows Oliver Queen coming back from the island that he's been trapped on for the past 5 years. And we see Oliver become known as the Hood, or Vigilante, as he tries to stop the people who have failed the city of Starling City. Now, the key difference here, and this is where it differs from the comics, is that it's called the city itself is called Starling City as opposed to Star City. I don't know why this is, but that's the difference here. So yeah, Oliver becomes the Green Arrow, even though he's not called the Green Arrow in the show. And he starts taking out all these people who have influenced the crime of Gotham. Not Gotham, Starling City. And we also get multiple flashbacks in a kind of a Lost kind of format, where Oliver Queen will flash back to the island, and we see Oliver's progression as he becomes the man in the present. And unlike many shows like Lost and Once Upon a Time, the show itself gives us a compelling story that coincides with the events that are happening here in the present. Like, one of the most compelling one of the compelling components of the flashbacks is that it's a story in itself. And we see, and as of Odyssey onwards, the flashbacks got better and better and better. Because that episode really helped escalate that story. And it was brilliant. We also get multiple DC DC references. We get Bloodhaven, Central City, we also get Black Canary references. I'm just trying to think from the top of my head. And Bloodhaven references. So it's all there in the series itself. And several DC characters appear. We get Firefly, Deadshot, China White, Helena and the Bettinelli family, and we get the Royal Flush Gang, Deathstroke and Deadshot. All these characters appear in this first season. And characters like Deadshot and Deathstroke and China White, they all appear as recurring characters, and it's brilliant. I particularly liked Deathstroke and Deadshot. Because Deathstroke is sort of like this teacher for Oliver to inspire to. And Deadshot becomes the character that we see in the comics, and we see the origin stories of those characters, and it's really, really good. Although I felt Huntress was a very weak character, and every episode that she appeared in, I didn't really enjoy that much. And I think that had something to do with the fact that nothing about that character was likable. Like, in the comics, or from what I know of the comics, the Huntress is sort of a character who walks that thin line between crime and justice, The Huntress doesn't have Batman's ethics, and although I liked the fact that the Huntress is the byproduct of Oliver Queen, and I don't mind that. What I mind is the fact that the Huntress is supposed to be what Oliver could have become, or could potentially become, if he doesn't kill. And But the issue with that is Oliver does kill, and it's never fully explained. Does he kill? Does he not kill? That's never fully explained in the story, in the series, and it needed to have done. Because I think once they've cleared up the fact that Oliver will kill if necessary, or doesn't kill at all, it will help the Huntress character really grow. You know, and I'd be able to understand more about that character. Because as it stands now, Oliver is someone who does kill people, but so is Huntress. And if Huntress is supposed to not have Oliver's, and I'm a bit confused if Huntress is supposed to be in Oliver without the rules that he follows. Also, another slight problem that the series has is that it follows the Nolan universe quite a bit, even referencing a few of them, and I think the show has a problem there, because it didn't need to, I felt like it needed those films to be its guideline. And I'm hoping in season 2 that we can move away from having to rely on the Nolan universe to be its guide. But The Undertaking was brilliant. Like, the final 3 episodes were awesome at giving us a really interesting build-up towards The Undertaking, and the final ending of the series is awesome. And we also get an appearance of Roy Harper as well, and that's really good. Stay tuned for part 2.